you already have a hacking tool installed. It's built into the browser you're using right now. It took zero setup and most people never open it. Press F12. This is DevTools, and by the end of this episode, you'll use all 5 of its panels the way an attacker does to read a site's secrets, edit it live, and watch every request it makes. Open it up. First, how to open it. Press F12 or right-click anything on a page and choose Inspect, or use Ctrl-Shift-I on Windows and Command-Option-I on a Mac. It pops open, dock to the side or the bottom, your choice. Across the top, you'll see tabs, elements, console, network, sources, application, and more. Those 5 are your toolkit. We'll take them one at a time and I'll show you the exact hacker use for each. Panel 1, Elements. This is the live HTML and CSS of the page, and the keyword is live. Whatever you change here updates instantly, but only in your browser. Why does that matter? Because so many sites try to enforce rules in the front end, and the front end belongs to you. See a grayed out button? Find it in the elements tree, delete the word disabled, and it lights up. A field the site hid from you, remove the hidden attribute, and it appears. A price locked in the page? Double click and edit it. None of this hacks the server. It just proves a rule that only exists in the browser is no rule at all. That single idea is behind a huge number of real bugs. Panel 2, the console. This is a live JavaScript prompt running inside the page and it's your scratchpad. Type document.cookie, hit enter, and there are the page's cookies. Query any element, read the site's own JavaScript variables, call its functions directly. It's also where you test cross-site scripting ideas fast, drop in a small script and watch if it runs. And when a site prints an error in red here, read it, developers leak file paths, API details, and internal names and console errors all the time. The console turns the page into something you can talk to directly. Panel 3, Network, and for a hacker this is the big one. Open it, then reload the page and watch. Every single request the site makes shows up, the page, the images, and crucially, every hidden call to the backend. Filter by fetch and XHR, and you strip away the noise to see just the API traffic, the actual conversation between the app and its server. Click any request and you get everything, the full URL, the headers, the data sent, and the raw response. This is how you find undocumented endpoints the site never advertised, like a quiet call to /API/users that returns way more than it should. And here's the move that connects everything. Right-click any request in the network tab and choose copy as curl. Now you've got that exact request, headers and all, as a one-line command you can replay in your terminal or paste straight into Burp's repeater to start tampering with it. Network tab to spot the interesting request, Burp to attack it. The initiator column even tells you which line of JavaScript fired it, so you can trace it back to the source. Panel 4, Application, sometimes called storage. This is where the site keeps things on your machine, and it's a goldmine. Under cookies, you'll see every cookie, including your session token, the thing that says you're logged in. Check whether it's marked HttpOnly and secure, because if it isn't, JavaScript can steal it. Then there's local storage and session storage, simple key value boxes, where developers stash data and far too often sensitive data, tokens, even JWT sitting in plain text. If a site keeps your login token in local storage, one cross-site scripting bug is game over. Panel 5, Sources, and this is the one beginners skip and pros love. Sources shows you every file the site is built from, including all of its JavaScript. That code was written to run in your browser, which means you get to read it. Minified into one unreadable line. Click the pretty print button, those curly braces at the bottom, and it formats beautifully. Now search across every file, Command-Shift-F for words like key, secret, token, or API. You would be amazed how often a hard-coded API key or an internal endpoint is sitting right there in the JavaScript. And if you want to understand exactly what the code does, set a breakpoint. The site freezes on that line and you can inspect every variable at that moment. This is reading the enemy's playbook. 4 quick tips that make DevTools far more powerful. 1. Turn on preserve log in the network tab, so requests survive a page redirect and don't vanish. 2. Pick disable cache while DevTools is open so you always see fresh responses. 3. Use the device toolbar to load the mobile version of a site, which sometimes exposes different, weaker endpoints. And 4. Get comfortable with search across all sources. Command-Shift-F is the single fastest way to find secrets. So why does this matter so much? Because DevTools is instant recon with zero setup and zero cost on every website in the world. Every site literally hands your browser its own front-end source code, its requests, and its stored data, and DevTools lets you read all of it. Before you ever reach for a heavy tool, F12 tells you how the app is built, where it talks to its server, and what it's trusting the browser to keep safe. Great hackers open DevTools on reflex, the way you'd glance under the hood of a car. Let's lock in the 5 panels. Elements, edit the live page and bypass front-end limits. Console, run JavaScript and read cookies and errors. Network, watch every request and find hidden APIs. Application, inspect cookies, storage, and session tokens. And sources, read the site's JavaScript and hunt for secrets. 5 panels, 1 key press, 0 setup. In short, that's the tool you already owned, unlocked. Next episode, we leave the browser and step into the command line, the terminal, where recon gets fast, grep, curl, and the handful of Linux commands that do the heavy lifting. Subscribe so it lands in your feed and tell me in the comments which DevTools panel surprised you most. Mine's sources. See you in the next one.